So, can I start? Can I begin?
I will start first. I'm sorry. So we actually are in a record. So again, I should tell everyone about our club. This is Civic Club that is about civic engagement. And we are here to present some crucial topics that are currently we were involved in some schools like you do guys, or something that touched our heart, touched our souls, and we have some experience that we need to share. So today we are sharing the experience of new media influencers, I would say, because this group of new generation of open mind thinkers, they were recently in Chernihiv, and they were participants of summer school on blogging. And I'm really happy that you are participating today with us as speakers. And now you can join. Now you can join the talk. And we will have, again, we will have at least 5 topics today to share. It's deprivation, discrimination, racism, ageism, radicalization, and blogging as a social tool. So again, thank you very much, guys, because this is pretty much, tough topic, and you are here to present them. And the first speaker will be Alena Bilotsarkivskaya. And here you go. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I now share screen. Could you see it?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Yes, it's okay. Okay. Firstly, I want to say that I'm so glad to see all participants here, because today we'll discuss so important topic, as mentioned, Hanna Schwindina. It's about discrimination, and I really like to start with the quote of Robert Ingerson. He was a lawyer, a political leader, and the writer of the USA. Once he said, "Give to every human being every right that you that you claim for yourself." I consider it's one of so-called main stones that should be in all our minds to eradicate and destroy discrimination. I think majority of you know that discrimination is the act of making distinction between human, being based on the group, classes, or other categories of other categories. Yes, sure, it's making distinction, but thanks to my own experience and period of brainstorming with my colleagues in Chernivtsi, we concluded that the way people discriminate is deprivation anyway. People deprived of legal rights, for example, social protection and participation in social life, opportunities to express and develop yourself, be nature, be whom you want. They deprive others of prospects, both material and minor. They like discrimination, it means deprivation anyway, in mental forms or material forms. That's why it's like a preview. I wanna say that this meeting will talk about different types of discrimination and different forms of deprivation it manifests, and try to demonstrate some probable solution. But I really consider that everything depends on our attitude, and it depends from that we have in our minds. Okay, I can give this. Okay, I finished, and the other speaker can continue.
Okay, thank you very much, Elena. So according to our plan, the next presentation is about racism. So if Alina will stop sharing the screen, thank you very much. Mohammed and Anas are participants of this summer school on blogging. And I'm very happy to have you there because this was my dream to involve international students into this kind of activity. And now we have a presentation. So here you go, please. Go.
Okay, did you hear us now? Okay, cool.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So our topic is discrimination and exactly racism, which is a type of discrimination. Okay, the introduction. Racism is the most famous and known type of discrimination. Racism is the belief of human may be divided into separate and exclusive biological entities called races. There is a casual link between inherited physical traits and the traits of personality, talent, morality, and other cultural and behavioral features, and that some races are innately superior to others. The next slide. Okay. The next slide is the causes of racism. Actually, I want to say that no one is born racist. Here, through the photo, we can see that we choose this photo on purpose because if you can see, the mind of the black person is white, and the mind of the white person is black. So it's kind of no one is born racist. The cause of the racism, we take on the view of people around us. We hang around people like us. We are quick to judge, and we blame others for our problems. We don't give others a chance to change their opinion and prove themselves. Okay, the next slide is about the impact of racism. Oh, sorry. Okay. Anas,
So,
represented.
The impact of racism. Physiological and psychological violence. That the violence against the Muslims and black people, and there is too many types of persons who get violence because of racism. And impacts like wars. Sometimes because of racism, wars can happen between countries, and crimes and death, of course. Forgetting the value of a human life. Marginalization of some groups of people, increase risks and low quality of care between people.
Okay, how can we live in a world without racism? Actually, it's very hard, or it can be impossible to live in a world without racism, as Mrs. Fendina already said to me, Professor, if you remember. You said to me that it's impossible. It may be impossible to live in a world without racism. So we can only try to reduce and take control of this pandemic if we teach the new generations to love each other, implant the next generation the importance of the human lives, the law enforcement on racist with no pity, because there is a law who protect those black peoples or peoples of different beliefs or religion. So we have to protect them with the law, and also encouraging people to get involved in the relevant charitable organization like UNICEF and Human Rights and other organizations who take care of racism and all of those. That's it. Thank you.
No, I thought that Muhammad will share some experience of him. He told me that he will share some experience of
Okay. So.
some situations he had
Okay,
with
please share your experience because it will enrich your presentation, of course. Please do that.
Okay. Well, I faced a little bit of racism when I came here to Ukraine. At first, when I can't speak even two words in Russian, so it was very hard to me. People was treating me like I don't know, homeless or something like that, because I cannot speak. I don't know the language, and that was very bad. Actually, the feeling of being neglected and rejected from people because you cannot speak their language or something like that. But I saw a lot of situations of black people getting humiliated from white people here in Ukraine and even in my own country, Tunisia, which is something that unacceptable to me, because everyone is everyone is I don't know how
is
to say
equal.
it.
Everyone
Is equal, yes.
each
Everyone
other.
is equal, and everyone have his own mind and his own head. We have to think about people emotion and hearts before saying any word or before treating them that way,
Mhm.
because it's very very emotional.
It hurt too much.
Yes. And maybe Anas now will share with us some.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of the times I was in the canteen of the faculty of the university, and I was on the line waiting, and a guy, a Ukrainian guy, pushed me and he said, "Davai India." I didn't understand it at the first, but now I understand it well. So first, I'm not Indian, and second, I don't understand why he did that. It was really like a shock for me. I didn't react on it, but I can feel it. I still remember it. But I see also so many good people here who treat me well, even more than friend. They respect me as a family. So I really appreciate that, and I like being here. But always there is racism everywhere. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your sharing, and please forgive this guy. I know, just
No, we excuse him because Anas actually look like an Indian. It's not.
Yeah, of course, of course.
I'm not discriminating you, my friend. But
it's
Okay.
not an excuse. It's not an excuse. You can look like Ukrainian, like Indian, like I don't know, from China, but it's not an excuse to be pushed in the line and saying like, "Hey, you do that or do this." So I will just will make a short comment on that, and we will move forward to the next presentation. It was really, I don't know how I did that, but I really said that it's impossible to live without racism in this world. But I truly believe and I hope that racism can have another face. It means that we, of course, we distinguish races. Racism, I mean, like, you know that I'm white, right? But at the same time, we do understand how other culture can enrich our lives with some understanding of from the absolutely different point of view of the same things, of the same emotions, and that can make us, you know, I don't know, richer, bigger, well, all of this stuff. So I hope that racism will have some other, I don't know, explanation in several years or maybe in 100 years. And thank you for that. It was really, you know,
Touching.
touching. Yeah. Давай, India. Now I will hear that in my mind. Okay. So if anyone has anything to share on that, we will continue on comment, and we will have a discussion and questions and answers after the last presentation. And now we're going to go to another point. Another topic of discrimination is ageism. And thank you, Elena, that you are presenting that for us today.
Thank you very much. You can understand that I so love quotes that I want to begin with this again. Discrimination due to age is one of the great tragedies of modern life. The desire to work and be useful is what makes life worth living, and to be told your efforts are not needed because you are the wrong age is a crime. It was said by Johnny Ball. He is an English television personal and just the father of BBC Radio 2. It's so important phrase for me. I knew it before preparing this presentation, and I believe it's really reflect what we need to think about people in different ages. So, what is ageism? It's like discrimination because of age, and I could say it's like the underlying causes of many barriers that people of different ages categories face. I can say that challenges in one area of life only serve to reinforce and amplify challenges in others. I can persuade all of you that young people and aged people, children, and even people whose age is different from ages of other people feel discrimination. Reason of all of it's banal enough. There are a lot of searching that conclude our attitude to people of different ages forms to our 4 years old age, and it's like so incredible because in actually our upbringing forms stereotypes, and they form prejudices. All these factors develop fear to be different, to be worse than people of the other age. This type of thinking leads to the emergence of ageism. It should be mentioned that there are 4 main forms of age discrimination. It's adultism, which is bias toward adult, leads to all other forms of age discrimination. Then adultism, I can say, fosters pediophobia, which is the fear of children. Seen as less than adults, children are infantilized and generally beaten through language and actions. They constantly impose adult power, control, and authority over them. Ephibophobia is the fear of youth, caused by segregation of young people from adults. And I can say that adultism make older people like aliens to their own existence through gerontophobia, demeaning and disempowering them as routinely and consistently as children and young people. Why? What can I say about causes? They are obviously enough. As it was mentioned, adults are a dominant group, and they seek to constantly reinforce their position as dominant authorities. They impose their will, perspectives, beliefs, ideas, culture, structure, attitude, and so on, and even their actions to other people of other age groups. This enforces can be so great impact from adults to and they born ageism as a fact. We can say that ageism takes place in different spheres of our life. It impacts on cooperation between people of different age, on social protection of some age groups, and their participation in social life. Based on age stereotypes, people impose social roles on others, assign norms and behavior of a particular age, and even especially ageism influence on employment. I want to share a really fresh example from my friends. I've known about it today. My friend wanted to find a job as a waiter in one of very super reputable restaurant in Kyiv. For many nights, really, he really studied the rules, requirements. He prepared for this job and made an excellent resume. But the interview ended in a rude form right after it became clear that my friend was only 70 years old, just without any explanation and adequate reasons. It's like a real ageism in real life. And I can say it's not so right at the workplace, because it's like unhealthy competition. But if all of us don't have prejudices, it would be more effective. It could, I believe, it could bring much more creative ideas and, for instance, effective solutions. And I want to mention about world experience, about what world communities think about ageism, and what solution they propose. World community believes that there is necessity in adopting laws and policies, because even in European Union, there is no legal protection against age-based discrimination beyond the field of employment, for example, and it's so necessary for our living and destroying discrimination of age. Acknowledging and raising awareness about ageism. It's about education and events and increasing cooperation between generations. Conducting researches, I think it's clear in understanding. It's about real searching to deeper understand why ageism exists. Embracing the right-based approach. It's about shifting away from the traditional social politicist approach to youth and toward a rights-based approach. It's about facilitation and recognition of young people as right holder, for example, right people, and placing greater emphasis on their rights. Prioritizing participation. It's about principle of engagement more, for example, young people in government and aged people on different top positions, not only for balance, like about more interconnection and interaction between generations, and building coalitions. It's about organization actions, like civil organization which should work with civil society actors and focus on other group of discrimination in order to put a spotlight on the impact of age bias, as well as multiply and intersection form of discrimination on people, for example. And there are some examples of interesting experiments and educational events. Like there are only three examples. A program in which undergraduate students corresponded with older adults by mail during 6 weeks. There was when searchers get feedback from the students, they could understood that interactions and collaboration between different generations help the students to overcome their prejudices, and it's so very cool. And there are two examples about little children's around 4 years old, and like school children who could collaborate with old adults, and there are great results too. And I believe that all our, I don't like the word problems, like challenges, include our attitude, and it could be solved because of such events like these examples. And it's about more cooperation and more cooperation, and maybe even health competition at workplace between generation, and maybe like upbringing, not only in families, like in education, like in schools, in kindergartens, and so on. I believe everything in our mind. Thank you.
Great. So if you have any questions to Elena, we will keep them till the end of the presentations. But if you can't wait till then, you can ask right now. Meanwhile, the next presentation will be about radicalization. When I heard that word first time from our speakers, I was surprised because Sumy city is like so. We are so small, we're so cozy that I was pretty sure that, come on, skinheads, really? At the same time, it is true, and we should discuss that. So, Nastya, Diana, are you here?
Diana can't
Join?
join
Okay.
us, yes, and сейчас, секундочку.
Anastasia, are you presenting in English or in Ukrainian? Nastya? No,
English.
Okay, so we are ready to start.
I try to share my screen.
Screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Посмотри, пожалуйста, вот
Да,
панелька, где
всё,
включать.
Все.
Ага.
Okay, we got it. We'll go on.
Okay, discrimination, radicalization. First of all, what is it, radicalization? Radicalization is a process by which an individual or group comes to adopt increasingly radical political, social, or religious ideals and aspirations that reject or undermine contemporary ideas and expressions of the nation. Who is it? Radicalization includes two main branches: radical left and far right. Today I will tell you about far right because they are more discriminative. First of all, far right. Who is it? What is it? Far right. The term extreme right is used to describe right-wing political, social, and religious movements that exist outside of and are more radical than mainstream conservatism. They call themselves neo-Nazis or racist skinheads. They are conservatists. These include anti-abortion, anti-immigrant, anti-Muslim, anti-public lands, and anti-LGBT. They are discriminate a lot of using violence. In Ukraine, that began to spread after Maidan in 2040 year. They advocate freedom of speech, the protection of Christian values, and the promotion of right-wing views. I quote the post of in Instagram of of them. Revanchists, oligarchs, leftists, and liberals are tearing our country to shreds, and only a single national conservative front can save and tear our motherland from the claws of these idiots. To replace the rainbow will come order. Let us rise and say our right words in this difficult situation, and let the whole world know that the right movement is still alive and it is fighting for a bright future. It's a quote in Instagram. They put the goals of the state or a nation above the interest of the human. And this is a decalogue of Ukrainian nationalists. The far rights use this decalogue. I read this 10. You will gain the Ukrainian state or die in the struggle for it. Second, you will not allow anyone to tarnish the glory or honor of your nation. Third, remember the great days of our liberation struggle. Fourth, be proud of the fact that you are the hero of the struggle for the glory of Vladimir Trident. 5. To avenge the death of the great knights. 6. Don't talk about the case with those with whom you can and with whom you need. 7. Don't hesitate to perform the most dangerous act if the good deeds require it. 8. You'll accept the enemies of your nation with hatred and reckless struggle. 9. Neither request, nor threats, nor tortures, nor death will force you to reveal secrets. And 10. You will compete to strengthen the power, glory, wealth, and space of the Ukrainian state. I don't protect them because they use violence, but every man has the right to his ideology and thoughts. And if we condemn, it will be the first step of discrimination. Thank you for your listening.
I will just have a discussion going. I'm so sorry. Don't you think that this is kind of just a manipulation here, because we already have controversial statements? First, for instance, the 7th, do not hesitate to perform the most dangerous act if the good deeds require that. So we're talking about, if the good deeds requires violence, you should do that, even if the good deeds is not good anymore. It's like black and white, and you put the black into white, and you still think that this is white, right? Nastya, you can answer in Ukrainian, of course. So I really like your attitude that we do not protect them, but there is a right to how to say it. Could you just say it in Ukrainian?
Yes.
Да, пожалуйста, скажіть, будь ласка. Все-таки ваше відношення до цих стверджень?
Я, опять же, могу на русском? Опять же, я не защищаю их, не поддерживаю, но также я не отрицаю, не как-то не против этого, потому что абсолютно я нейтрально отношусь к правым, потому что, опять же, повторюсь, каждый имеет право на свои какие-то мысли, на свою веру, в свою же идеологию, и я против того, чтобы они использовали насилие. Это единственный минус, который я вижу в их направлении, так сказать. Просто если бы они не использовали насилие, в принципе, я даже была бы за, если бы они не использовали насилие.
Окей. Ну, спасибо, Настя, спасибо, потому что это вообще, this is discussion can take like several hours, believe me. But we will go further. We will go further. Just keep, if you have some questions about these issues, we will go on in the part for questions and answers, and we have the presentations on blogging as a tool of communications for the society. Yuri, and are you presenting your ideas in English or in Ukrainian, please?
In Ukrainian. Hello,
Okay.
everyone. Unfortunately, my presentation will be in Ukrainian language, but I think further you can get main ideas from the presentation. Okay, I will translate my screen now. Just a moment.
I will give the translation of your presentation to English in chat.
Okay, can you see me? Can you see my screen? Hello?
Yes, we can see you and we can hear you lightly and clear. Please proceed.
Okay, thank you. Тож, добрий день ще раз. Тема моєї презентації буде про блогінг як інструмент комунікації з суспільством. Спочатку я представлю, трошки розкажу про себе, хто і яке має відношення взагалі до блогінгу. Отже, я входжу в аматорський колектив відеоблогерів, який вільний від роботи час займається зйомкою художніх відео на важливі соціальні теми. Рік тому ми провели відпустку дуже продуктивно і пройшли тренінг з відеоблогінгу, точніше з основ відеоблогінгу, який проводився в рамках міжнародної програми MediaBloggers та за підтримки української організації Human Rights Foundation. Після тренінгу ми з однодумцями вирішили створити YouTube-канал Backstage of Life та створювати короткі соціальні ролики, що торкаються важливих питань нашого міста і суспільства в цілому. На сьогодні канал все ще невеликий, але ми вже зняли 9 роликів, і деякі з них ми покажемо в кінці презентації. Один з цих роликів навіть був переможцем українського конкурсу соціального відео. Так. Тож, щодо блогінгу, що взагалі таке блогінг? На сьогодні блогінг має багато форм і облич. Є різні формати блогів, відеоблогінг, текстовий блогінг та різні спрямування, персональні блоги, розважальні, торгівельні, соціально-політичні, інформаційні тощо. Це робить їх частиною життя майже кожної людини. Також спільним фактором тут є те, що це ледь не головний інформаційний канал 21-го сторіччя, оскільки він вільний і різноманітний. Він не зв'язаний форматом і цензурою телебачення і обмежений лише уявою авторів-блогерів. Кожна людина може тут знайти щось для себе. Саме тому блогінг є важливим інструментом для взаємодії та комунікації з усім суспільством. Тож, за допомогою блогінгу можна зробити багато крутих речей. Наприклад, в блогах різних форм можуть висвітлюватися важливі соціальні питання та проблеми, яких не торкається чи обминають увагою телебачення та преса. Також блоги можуть запропонувати певне вирішення цих важливих питань та змотивувати людей діяти. І нарешті блогінг може інформувати людей та формувати громадську думку. Хочу привести приклади деяких блогів, що створюють певний вплив на суспільство. Оскільки ми більше стосуємося відеоблогінгу, то я буду наводити саме відеоблогерів. Юрій Дудь – це дуже відомий блогер, який зараз має більше 10 мільйонів підписників. Він починав з розважально-інформаційного контенту, насамперед як відомий інтерв'юер знаменитостей. Але коли він зібрав уже багатомільйонну аудиторію, то почав торкатися важливих соціальних, історичних і економічних тем. Юрко Космина – це поки що не досить відомий український влогер, але його влог, що називається Newspalm, є прекрасним симбіозом юмору та інформаційного блогу, тому що він там оглядає основні новини тижня і подає дуже все це з гумором, особливо що стосується таких дуже неординарних новин. Ну і звісно ж більшість чули про Олексія Навального, який, до речі, також має українське походження. Він за допомогою влогінгу розвернув інформаційну боротьбу з корупцією в Російській Федерації, і також він дуже легко і іронічно подає контент для людей, в якому безпосередньо торкається важливих політичних питань. На мою думку, ідеальним блогом є той, який інтегрує важливі теми в розважальний контент, або ж подає серйозні теми цікаво та легко. І цим може достукатися до людей. Тож, питання, як взагалі почати блог, як взагалі почати щось робити в цьому напрямку? Ну, по-перше, потрібно, звісно ж, вибрати тематику та платформу, на якій вести блог. Що стосується тематики, то найголовніше, щоб вона була близька людині, яка збирається цим займатися. Тобто, якщо ми розпочали там знімати соціальні ролики про місто Суми, то ми взяли те, що було перед очима, там, наприклад, проблема сміття, потім проблема донорства, хоча, до речі, це більше для всієї України проблема, в Сумах все з цим дуже навіть добре, та інші деякі питання, які саме нас хвилювали. Що стосується платформи, тут існує зараз дуже багато платформ для блогінгу і для текстового, такі як, наприклад, Тільда, для відеоблогінгу загальновідомий YouTube. Особисто ми вибрали для себе YouTube, тому що якраз відеоблогінгу можна досить комфортно поєднувати якийсь художній замисел та важливу ідею. Далі, для того, щоб почати блог, треба, звісно ж, мати хоча б якийсь мінімальний інструментарій. Добре, якщо є професійна якась техніка, це дуже покращує якість технічну. Якщо це відео, наприклад, то звісно ж, доповнюють і роблять кращими відео різна техніка. Але для мінімального випадку достатньо лише комп'ютера та смартфона, на якому можна вже робити блог. Головне, щоб у автора було натхнення, були цікаві ідеї і спосіб донесення їх для людей. Далі потрібно створити контент-план, тобто про що знімати, власне, про що вести блог чи влог. В цьому випадку, звісно ж, деякі ідеї приходять самі по собі, деякі теми потрапляють на очі. В нашому випадку деякі теми ми приурочували до певних державних свят. Наприклад, ми зняли ролик про донорство, приурочений до Дня донора. Ну і найголовніше, це я вважаю, щось тут пробувати, діяти, щось створювати, тому що під лежачий камінь вода не тече. Існує така українська приказка. І тільки початок він важкий, а надалі, в принципі, все йде вже набагато краще. Я хочу тут дещо анонсувати стосовно і правозахисної певної діяльності, і блогінгу. Можна більш детально зацікавленим дізнатися дещо по темі, тому що діє декілька організацій, які освітлюють певні події, тренінги, проєкти в Україні. На екрані зараз ви можете бачити контактні дані, на які можна перейти і підписатися, щоб бути в курсі. Я хочу анонсувати, що вже скоро від громадської організації Human Rights Foundation в Сумах буде проводитися тренінг по адвокації, а також ми за результатами тренінгів, які ми вже проходили, будемо проводити блог-кафе, на яких більш детально розповідати про тему блогерства. Хочу додати, що поки що ми в наших проєктах не торкнулися досить теми дискримінації, але після останнього тренінгу, який ми проходили також по дискримінації, такий контент обов'язково з'явиться. Дякую за увагу.
Дякую вам. Actually, I put everything in the chat. So for those of you who can't understand Ukrainian pretty well, you can read it. I was following your slides. Yuri was very good. And now we can go to questions and answers session, and I will start as a moderator. I will have my rights to put on. So again, so for those who joined us recently, the presentations were made as an experience of you guys being participants of summer schools on human rights advocacy. It is really great opportunity to have you there. I was like a little bit part of it, of engaging you there. And that's why I'm really happy to see the result. But my question is, for all of you, for all speakers today, what was the main insight, or maybe several insights, that you bring with you back to Sumi? And we will start with Alena, and we will go as speakers in like the same order of speakers. So what is the main insight you brought with you?
Thank you for this question. It's so interesting, but I can say there are a lot of insights, but the main insight is that all people are different. It's a real fact. It's not on. I understood it not only from this summer school, not only that knowledge that I get, but from networking with other people, with people from the other city, from different countries, and it's for me. I knew it before. I've known it before, but it's a really insight for me that all of us different, and we can categorize different people in the same groups, and it's for me like boom.
Okay, the mind-blowing, as they say. Okay, got it. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay, Mohammed and Anas, please join the same question for you guys. What was the main insight that you brought with you to Sumi, back to Sumi?
Okay, actually, the most thing I liked in those 3 days was the work group, because we were divided to different groups, and actually that was very cool to knew different people and to meet different people from different places, from Sumi and from Cherniv. So actually that's it. We already talk a lot of about radicalization, about discrimination, and that's it. Thank you.
Okay, Anas, are you with us? Okay, guys, and Anastya. Oh, okay. I'm good. You're using the same mic, right? You're using the same mic.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
For
for me, it was also the friends that I met and the group of work that we made over there, because I kind of learned too many things about people, because not everyone are thinking the same way. Each one have their own ideas and their own way of thinking about discrimination and racism. That's why I'm kind of glad that I did that, and I'm happy with the group work we made over there, and I'm happy with the relationships we made over there. So that was the most important thing for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Nastya?
I'm here. I will be briefly. The main insight for me was that before condemn or discriminate someone, you just need to put myself in this place of this person, and this insight we learned in the training. Just 4 days we learned this insight due to different games, interactives, and discussions.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nastya. To put yourself in someone's shoes, it will help you to understand what is discrimination is. And Yuri, I will translate to you in English. Just go ahead.
Thank you. I will try to say it in English. Main insight for me, I think this was that discrimination is very important and deep topic, and we need to discover it, and we need to be more tolerant for other people with such different types and different cultural or something else characteristics.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, interesting. And my questions are over. Like I'm done.
Can
But
I
maybe
say about other insights?
Okay, of course.
Okay, one. There was a confirmation that communication is the queen of all process. I know it, I believed it, and there was a confirmation for me. Two, people is a real power, because I met there really great people, and we had like plans about collaboration between Chernihiv and Sumy students' activities. And three, we shouldn't do any prejudices and stereotypes, because it for me not about this summer school. It's about city Chernihiv, because I couldn't believe that Chernihiv is so great city, and it doesn't resemble any other for me.
Okay, nicely done. Okay, so my questions are done, but maybe someone else can ask the question. Professor Suk, maybe, I don't know. Marina Deneka, you were there, I know. So it was really interesting, guys. Do you think that you will proceed on this topic? What do you think? You will proceed on this topic? Discrimination? You already mentioned that he's gonna include this topic into video blogging for the next round, right? How about ageism? How about racism? What do you think? What do you think, guys?
I think that this is like different types of discrimination. Therefore, it is also important, and we need to take some content with all of it.
Okay, and Yuri, I already shared your Backstage of Life YouTube channel in chat, and again, I will put this channel again in chat. So for those of you guys who didn't know that there is a channel, and we have actually Yuri is actual video blogger who already is working on this in this field. You can share these videos with your friends. You can discuss some city problems inside of your families, or like whatever you do. But yeah, I would love to see some social projects in your channel, Yuri. I'm not pushing you, you know me, but maybe someday we're gonna see some interesting cases, and we actually will can change the world for the better place to live. And
I hope this.
yeah, and for now we are we are in the end of our agenda for this day. And thank you all speakers. Again, I should mention that we are working together for better place to live. That Foundation of Human Rights here was the donor for your Sumi School on Advocacy on Human Rights. And we are working with DVV International in Ukraine, who that is our donors, and we really appreciate their help. Okay, so for now it is we're done, and I will happy to see you next time in our club. Thank you very much.